What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of GH. Ooh, we first and foremost, Drew and Willow can go to the furthest depths of hell, as far as I'm concerned, because all this outrage they got, they can go to hell with that. If I was Mac, I would have told them, please get the fuck out of my police department. Get out my precinct, please. I would have told them that. Sitting there talking about, oh, we want Jason arrested for kidnapping. Oh, shut your ass up. Ain't nobody getting arrested for nothing. Be quiet. Be quiet. Ain't nobody going to jail for nothing. Shut up. Please be quiet. All that barking and no bite to it. If I was Mac, I would have just said, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your night. This whole situation sounds like a civil matter, because it is. It's a family law matter. Y'all need to take y'all ass in the family court and go handle that. Because I'm not sending no officer out to arrest nobody. I'm done with the Corinthos Quartermain battles. I'm done with it. Finito. I wouldn't even take them serious. I would just roll my eyes and tell them to kick rocks without flip flops, and I hope your toes bleed. That's what I would have told them. Ain't nobody got time for their little civil squabbles, little silly asses. Please, I would have laughed them right out the precinct. Get on somewhere with that mess. And here go Nina. Oh, you have to talk to Michael. He has to compromise. You need to get him to compromise. I thought things would be smoothed over when he come home, but now it's worse. Nina, shut your ass up. Shut up. I'm glad Sonny shut her down, because no, ain't no compromise. The heifer wanted war. She got war now. I totally agree with Sonny. The talking is done. They've all tried to talk to her. They've all tried to compromise with her. It's done. She continues to let Drew lead her by the nose, and Sonny is right. She continues to listen to Drew, and, as long as Drew is in her life, there is no compromise. Drew has single-handedly ruined her life, and she's allowed it. There's no compromise here. Sorry, not sorry. I wouldn't be talking to Michael about nothing. Nope, that's his business. I wouldn't sit here and ask him to compromise. I wouldn't fix my mouth to even say it. Nope. If you want to talk to somebody about compromise, Nina, stop trying to get Michael's side of the family to compromise. Go talk to your raggedy ass daughter. Tell her raggedy ass to go compromise somewhere, and tell her to stop listening to Drew. That's what you should be doing. Why should they have to compromise? They've been trying to come at her and talk with her and trying to fix this or whatever. She don't want to listen. She keep letting Drew talk for her. And that's why I'm glad the other day Carly shut that shit down. When Drew kept trying to speak for her and was like, yo, let her talk. I'm like, exactly. It just looks like this girl ain't got a fucking brain of her own. He's walking around like her mouthpiece. No, I'm not compromising shit. And I'm glad Jason stood up and was like, I wouldn't follow them if I was you. Because they done lost their rabbit ass mind, and Nina done lost hers. Go sit down somewhere. So anyway, moving on from that. Sasha and Michael do look good together. I'm not gonna lie. Her and new Michael, they definitely got the chemistry. They look good. But here's my issue. Michael, he was thanking her for the sonograms and stuff that she was sending, the baby and whatnot, but he still wants to keep his word that he's not going to interfere with her raising this child. Fuck that. I'm being very blunt today because I really don't care. I'm over shit. Fuck that. Get your child. I wouldn't give a damn what Sasha got to say, because all of this is stupid. While he was gone, her and Jason was running around town, running amok, letting people believe he was the father, and kill that. Kill that. This is done. Okay, first of all, the only reason she didn't want Michael to be a part of this was mainly because of Sonny and his lifestyle. And she didn't want her child getting hurt, which is understandable. But look at who the fuck your parents are. Did you or did you not recently get kidnapped because of the shit your mother was out here doing? This heifer was stealing diamonds from international criminals, and he kidnapped your ass right out of a fucking mansion that's supposed to have security. And your child is more safe in your care than Michael's? Really? And you made a deal with the motherfucker that kidnapped you? Michael, go for shared custody of this baby too, because no, fuck that. No, no, we're not gonna play that game. Now she wants to sit here and act like his side of the family is more dangerous than hers. Like your mama and your daddy don't get into some shit. Like they don't have enemies. Kill that. Um, that I'm on one today. Cause I'm sick of these hoes. Like, nah, we not gonna do this. We not gonna do this. No, he got just as much right to that child as you do. Your life ain't no more stable than his. Get out of here with that mess. Bump all that. Um, if she ever gets some good sense, I wouldn't mind her and Michael being back together or whatever, because I do like the chemistry, but she need to get some sense. Gonna take that man money. Get some damn sense about you. Gonna sit here and call say, well, I'm still mad she did that stupid shit. No. When she gets some sense, I'll root for her and Michael. But other than that, nope. Nope. He need to be single for a minute. He need to focus on his children. I love the scenes that he had with Amelia and Wiley. I really did, especially when he was tucking Wiley in and stuff, because, Wiley was worried about him not being there the next morning. He was like, no, I'm going to be here. I love that. That was beautiful. Him being a father to his children. I love it. He definitely has a battle on his hands, though, with that little witch of a estranged wife of his. And he need to get them damn wedding rings back from her. I'm tired of her walking around with them damn rings on. Take that shit off. You ain't married to him. Legally you are, but that's about to be rectified. So anyway, moving on from that. Kai and Trina, they cute. They still look good together, but I need to see more of them. Like I do. I want to see more of them. I want to see them in some actual story. I love the little love scene between them. That shit was hot. Kai was not playing with that bra. I said, okay, sir, I see you done unsnapped the bra in your lifetime. I see it. Because he snapped that shit. He wasn't fiddling with it or nothing. He just said, I said, okay, you got experience with bra snapping. Okay. Who else you was snapping bras off of? That's what I want to know, and I'm being nosy. I just want to know. He did that shit with some ease. Like, it ain't your first time doing it. Okay, I see you. They do look good together, though. And I get where Trina coming from. She's still raw about Spencer, of course. Like, that love she got for Spencer, I feel like even 20 years from now, that love ain't never going to go nowhere. I don't care how many boyfriends she have. I don't care if she ever get married and have children by somebody else. That love that she had for Spencer, it ain't never going to go nowhere. That man could come back in her life tomorrow. He could come back in her life 35 years from now. Whoever she with at that time, best believe she dropping them like a bad habit to go back to Spencer. Ain't no question. Because that's natural. Like, when you love that hard and you got that chemistry with somebody, you love them like that, it don't go nowhere. It don't. I don't care how much time passed. You still going to be feeling that person. But I like her and Kai, though. I do. I just want to see more of them and see some more substance from them. See what can be between them. Because they scene was definitely hot. So anyway, moving on from that. Lulu. The mere mention of her name just gave me a migraine. Like, my headache started to kick in as soon as I said her name. Like, I'm all for The Secret coming out. I am, because it was time for it to come out. But her reasoning, her rationale behind this is so stupid. Like, Cody is starting to have doubts that it was the wise thing to do, letting that secret out. Lulu is still standing behind her decision that the truth needed to come out. She's still behind it. She's justifying that shit. She's like, the truth needed to come out. They could help Gio. He has a family now. Earth to you. The boy grew up with a family. He never had a lack of family. He always had family around him. He was content with his life. He was very content. This is good for him. This is good for everybody. No, baby. You trying to rationale. You trying to put a spin on this shit. So that way the fallout would be less for you. That's really what this is. She's trying to make excuses and make light of it. So she could sell this shit to Dante and BOQ when they come banging on her door. And they're coming at some point. They're going to figure that shit out. And they're going to come. And she's just trying to get her story straight so she could lessen the blow, lessen the fallout for herself. Because that's really what this is about. It's about her. That's really, Lulu not slick. She's not. She thinks she is. You ain't that slick. Like, I see what you're doing. You trying to get your little story together. Because you want to minimize the damage for when they come for your ass. Because they coming at some point. And Cody told her, listen, you just need to stay away right now. And I ain't mad at him. Because Carly pretty much told her the same exact thing. You blew this shit up with your big mouth. You need to lay low for a minute until some shit can simmer down. When it simmers down, then you duck your head back up and you pop up like the weasel. Okay? When they playing whack-a-mole. That's what you do. Okay? But Lulu not gonna do that. She not. She probably gonna be in Dante face the next day anyway, like a fool. And he gonna figure it out and cuss her out. Speaking of, Lois, I'm glad she was getting it. I'm glad they was, BLQ unloaded on her because I agree with BLQ. It was supposed to be a closed adoption, but the minute you changed those plans and you were giving that boy up to somebody that y'all knew, you should have told her that. You should have explained that to her. That's exactly what Lois should have did. Like, oh, well, Camilla wanted a child. You should have said that. You switched it up and didn't bother to tell her about it. Lois knows she was filed for what she did. But BLQ, she got to take responsibility for her shit too. Because I agree with Dante. You should have told Dante. You can't sit there and assume, oh, I thought that you would be upset with me. I thought that you were this, you were that. You're projecting. You don't know how his reaction would have been because you took that right away from him. You took that from him. So naturally, you don't know what his response to you being pregnant would have been. You really don't know. Now you're trying to justify it. Don't get me wrong. Teenage pregnancy is scary for anybody. It's scary for anybody, whether you got money or you don't got money. It's scary. It really is. You do need a support system, but I felt like that was a decision they all should have sat down and made. But then again, I got to remind myself, this is daytime TV. We don't make shit like that happen. You got to have the drama. Because in the real world, you have a teenage pregnancy. Oh, the families from both sides going to get involved and going to hash this out and figure out, all right, what we going to do? How we gonna handle this? You know what I'm saying? But that's what rational adults do. But like I said, I get it. She was a teenager, pregnant, scared. I understand all that. But she kind of went about it the wrong way a little bit. Like, she definitely, I feel, should have included Dante in that. Because that was a little foul on her part. I understand it's her body, her choice. I'm not negating that. But he should have been brought into the loop on that shit. At the very least. Not saying he had decision making, but he was entitled to an opinion. She took that opinion from him. So I don't blame him for being pissed. But I like how Dante handled it. He was like, listen, we need to figure out, basically how to handle this with Gio. Put him first, speak with him, get to the bottom of this. And I love how after BLQ disowned Lois and pretty much told her, don't come near me, stay your ass away. And she was sitting there crying. I love how Ned walked in there. See, that's that history between them. Ned didn't have to say a damn word. Not a word. The look on his face, the look on her face, it was doing more talking than words. That's what you call acting right there. That's acting. Where you could pretty much know what's being said without them saying it. Because it was written all over his face and all over hers. Because Ned looked like he could choke a monkey's neck right now, the way he was looking. Ned was on one. I could see it. I know he got a lot to say. And his face is just saying it without the words. And I love that type of acting. You ain't got to say nothing with your mouth. Gio been knocking it out the park too. Let me tell you. Gio, I'm glad they gave him a meaty story for him to work with. Because what a difference a year makes. Because Lord knows he was working my nerve last year with that damn violin. But I loved his scenes with Tracy. I really did. Tracy was just lost for words when she found out that's her great grandson. But I love how Gio handled it. Gio was like, listen, y'all some damn liars. I don't want nothing to do with y'all ass. Gio was going off, and I don't blame him. I can't blame Gio. He got a lot to process. So I can't fault him at all for that. Like, that's a lot. Find out Dante and BLQ is your mama and daddy, the Q's is your family. Like, that's a lot. But I can't wait to see his scenes with Dante and BLQ. I cannot wait for that. But I love how Tracy, just automatically embraced him. Like, oh, you my great grandson. She automatically just embraced that boy. But she got to give him that space to process this and figure out, how he feel. Because this is a lot, He grew up with a loving family, a loving, loving parents. He had everything he could have wanted. And now to find out that none of that was real, I think it was real. Let me not say it wasn't real. I do believe his adoptive parents loved him as if he was biologically theirs, but it's a lot to comprehend right now. So I can't blame them. They got to give him that space and that grace to do that. Um, but anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comments. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.